Man, I ain't done a long form video for you guys in a while. I apologize for that. I've been on the road. The last year's been rough. Had a lot of ups, had a lot of downs. I was really proud of Rogue Entertainment going up almost into January of this year. Great group of people. Like anybody that's been attached to it at some point has added to it, has been someone who's taught me something, good or bad, in my life. I love all those people. There's a part of me that loves each and every one of the people who have at some point been a part of Rogue. And then it just didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to. And it's going to in the future. Check out E-Tep Queen, the place to be reviews. Check out Chris Fisk. Check out Tony Tonedeaf. Check out Vinny Tartamella. I suspect one or two old faces will eventually return, but you never know. Some people have their own life paths to go down. So the reason I'm doing this video is because I'm actually going back to my work. I'm working up north. I moved down south into Florida to do a lot of work for a company that I'm a contractor, independent contractor that I do a lot of work for. And it just seemed like honestly there was more work up north. So it's like, why did I go to Florida? Well, I went to Florida because I wanted to expand Rogue Entertainment. I went down there because there was a plan in place to start a headquarters down there, and that all just that just didn't come to fruition yet, not yet. Oh man! So I'm heading to the warehouse up north in Pennsylvania, and I was taking a particular route because I go to different locations. I was taking a particular route that took me past a road, an intersection that I had turned down so many times before. Now I'm looking at this intersection and I'm like, wow, I loved making that turn, going down that road, because it led to something that I was really attached to, something that I really loved, something I was in love with. But every time I took that turn, I was repeating the same mistakes, whether I knew it or not. Same thing that I had done in the last year. Yeah, last year plus. Just kept making that wrong turn. And sometimes it's just as simple as redirecting yourself, as going straight or making the right turn. Some of us go through life and refuse to learn lessons. And some of us are very hard-headed, like me. But it doesn't matter if it takes you once or it takes you 100 times. Once you recognize that the paths you're going down aren't right for you, or that they hurt you in the end, once you learn that lesson, you can always choose not to go down that road. And so I'm looking at this turn and thinking, damn, how many times did I make that? How many times did I go in that direction? And it didn't matter what collapsed around me. And it didn't matter how many friends told me not to make that turn. It didn't matter how many times I got hurt going down that turn. Because at the end of that road was something that was always trying to hurt me. Whether I wanted to believe it or not, it was always trying to hurt me. It was never in my best interest to make that turn. But I just kept doing it. Eventually I learned. It took a lot. Eventually I learned and I walked in the other direction. I drove down another direction. And that's where I'm at now. I'm looking forward to a bright future. And you can too. No matter how many times you make a mistake or put faith in the wrong people, make bad choices, no matter how many times you make that mistake, you can always choose to stop. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you want to believe that there's a light at the end of that tunnel. You have to believe it. Sometimes, if you're stubborn like me, you get so ingrained in believing it. No matter how many times you get proven wrong, it gets to the point where you have to believe it. The one thing I could say about making the mistakes that I've made so many times is that it's opened my eyes to a lot of different things, different people. That road that I took, there was a lot of other people around me or involved in my life or in the periphery of my life who have never liked me, that tried to set up roadblocks or tried to add to the difficulty of that road. Unfortunately, that road has loose lips, and has pretty much informed me of those that have tried to get in my way. The road was a very, very treacherous one, a very sick road, very sick games. But I learned. You can learn too. Doesn't matter how many times you make a mistake. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to learn something. Doesn't matter, no matter how far you let yourself fall, or how dark you let yourself get, whether it's perception or losing faith in your heart and others, or losing faith in yourself. You can always come back. You just got to make that choice. Sometimes it's harder than others, but you can do it. My love to each and every one of you. My love to the whole indie sphere, the whole independent community, the fellowship, whatever clique, whatever clan, whatever crew. If you're making comics or books, or just if you're doing Twitch and playing games, if you're making videos, man, my love to each and every one of you. I came into this thing wanting to be a positive force, something that helped to build people. And what I found out is that there are forces out there that smile at your face and say that they want that too, but they hate it. And they want to tear something like that down. They don't want to see somebody succeed, or they just can't believe that somebody has the heart, and the honor, and the love to want to see others succeed and do well. Don't listen to those voices. I'm not. Build yourself. Do good for yourself. Forever strive to be the best version of yourself. And never give up hope. And one more thing. Faith can get you in a good or bad situation. It can be used for good or bad. So if you lose perspective in life, if the things that you put faith in don't seem to be working out, put that faith in yourself. Your personal strength, your power, your positivity. That's where it matters. That's where you can affect real change. It's got to start in here. It's got to start in here first. My love to y'all. Be good to each other, yet suffer no fools. Peace.